Hi, I thought I'd do a quick update on how things are going. Actually, the tank's not looking too bad at the minute. I've removed the filter and I've fitted an aquamedic reactor instead with aqueous phosphate minus in it. You can see it's just bubbling away gently. So it seems to be the phosphate's coming down slowly. It was sitting about 0. It went up to 0.40, which I can't believe. But I checked it yesterday and it was 0.10, so it is coming down slowly. Things are looking a bit better. I've moved the hammerhead down to the front here and glued it in position now, and you see it's opening up. I did lose a part of the back of it, but so far it's not too bad. As you see, the hair algae's going crazy again at the front, so I'm about to do a water change today and try and clean it off. Green star polyps are coming out again nicely, as they were receding with the hair algae. They're spreading nicely so far. So yeah, but there is still quite a bit of hair algae creeping in again. So yeah, I'm going to try and address that today. And then this is the worst piece again. You see, hair algae's come back with vengeance. And this leather coal's not doing so well. I don't know why. So I'll try and get a better picture of it. It sort of receded a bit, but I can get a decent picture of it. I can't work out. That's better. Can't work out, but a lot of the fish host it. Even this little guy goes in it. My starry blenny sits in it. Every fish I've got sits in this one coral, so I think that maybe they're upsetting it. My clownfish host it, so I was thinking of removing it, but I'll leave it for now anyway. We'll see how it goes, but it's not looking too happy in a minute. So that's that. Still got algae building up on the heater on the back wall. Still got quite a lot of algae around here. But the strange thing is, if I go around the back, you look right down the back, the algae's actually gone, where there was loads of it. There's a bit of the front here, but the actual down the back there is clear. So very strange where that's gone. Yeah, so let's focus. Yeah, so apart from that, everything's doing not too bad. So I'm just mixing up probably about 20 litres of water. Just mix the salt, so I'll leave it mixing for about, I've just checked it, it's a 1.024, which is, I'm not too fussed, so I'll leave it at that. And I'll leave it mixing for about 2 hours before I use it, let it come up to temperature. So I'll just have a power head in the bottom, just mixing it, and a heater. That's that. And I'll check the salinity with this is a great tool, Mantis digital pocket tester. Absolutely love this. Occasionally I check it against my refractometer, but I can take it out. This is so easy to use. You just literally, probably shown this before, but I just love it. This is so easy. Just dunk it in, turn it on, wait for it to bleep, and then if it'll focus. This phone won't focus, it's annoying. I can't touch the phone and hold the thing, but it says 1.024 anyway. Yeah, and then touch it again. 3.19, I think that says. This phone is useless, and 20, I think that's 25, and I'm struggling to see it. 25.6 temperature. Yeah, sorry about that. And then off. That's so yeah, really pleased with that. That's so that's all mixing for a water change. Copepods, nah, still not really doing a great deal. It'll focus. I mean, they're in there, but I don't know. They're just, I'm not getting masses of them. This has been going for at least 3 weeks or so now. I did have to order a new lot of phytoplankton. If I can dim it down a bit, I don't think it'll let me. That's more about the colour of it. So I don't know whether I should add more phytoplankton or just leave it. But they're just not. There's some in there. So the same issue I have all the time. They're there, but there's not masses of them. So yeah, I'm not really. I don't know whether to harvest them yet or leave them a bit longer. Really not sure what to do. But see around. There's quite a lot in there, but it's just not masses of them. So I'm not sure. Anyway, the phytoplankton I left on the side here, and because it's upstairs in the bedroom, it got quite hot. And I opened it last week, and it stunk. It smelled like rotten eggs. And I emailed the company and just said, like, what should I do? And they just said it's really better off keeping it in the fridge. So it's trying to focus again. So I threw it away and ordered a new lot. So I got a new lot of phytoplankton yesterday, and I've added a bit more. But I can't help thinking it should be a darker green as well, but I don't want to put too much in. So yeah, so not having a lot of luck with copepods, not really getting a good mass of them like I wanted. So not sure what to do with that. Anyway, that's that. The other thing is as well, I've changed the. I see I've put the new rigid arm on for the AI Prime. Yeah, much happier with it. Obviously, I'm not sure about the settings for the AI Prime, but I'm happy with the colour. And I've lost all my LPS corals, but the actual rest of the tank looks really good. If I can get a decent. That's a bit better. Yeah. Anyway, for this tank as well, so I've put the new rigid light on, change the colour, say the. Oh, why does it do that? Try and get a better. God, I hate this phone. Right, there you go. Yeah, say the LPS cores are all died, so I'm going to leave them for now. I think the one issue with this tank is because I don't have a protein skimmer on it, and I know you can run them without protein skimmers, but I always found with any of my tanks, maybe because I feed quite. I mean, I don't feed loads in this tank, but maybe I feed more than some. So maybe a protein skimmer just helps pull more out. But unfortunately, with an all-in-one system like this, it's very hard to get a protein skimmer to fit in the back. So I'm going to have to wait until they get them back in stock. And even then, I don't know. They're about £140 for this little tank. And I don't know how well they work either. So I'm not sure. But I've ordered a box of, what is it, Carib Sea Life rock shapes, which is coming tomorrow. So I'm going to I want to do a rescape on this tank because I've never been entirely. It looks too flat to me. I've tried to create an island this side and then a small island this side, and it looks okay, but I've never really been happy with it. So I'm going to maybe move some of the rock into the rear chambers because obviously it's got all the biological bacteria in it, and then hopefully when the new rock comes tomorrow, I'll spend a few hours doing a nice rescape. But at the minute I'm not sure the best way to do it. Obviously I don't want to upset the fish. Firefish has been, his rear tail looked a bit ragged, so I want, if I can possibly do it, I'm going to try and catch him and move him over to the jewel tank. Eventually I think the Royal Grandma needs a bigger tank, so I will try and rehome him. Dot Dash Blenny's not too bad. He is a little bit aggressive, so I don't know what he'd be like if I put anything new in the tank. And I was going to put a couple of Nassorius snails in just to help clean the bottom up, but I've had a Dot Dash Blenny before, and whenever I had Nassorius snails, whenever they come out, it would just attack them and turn them over. So even that, I don't know quite what to do with it. The other thing I've done with this tank, I've took my TMC Reef Tide 4000S off, and I've actually thrown it away because I've seen a lot of reviews. Someone actually put a thing on Facebook about them going rusty. underneath the impeller, and mine hasn't run. I'm forever cleaning mine. And I hate the controllers on them, and I just think I've had it about just over a year, and it just wasn't giving a lot of flow, and I've just had enough of it, and I didn't want to risk, if it was going rusty or that, then it could be an issue why I lost the LPS coil. So I don't know if that's a problem or not, but I've gone back and put my Vortec MP10 on the tank. I'm only running it on the maximum. I go to 2 or 3, only on 2 at the minute. Yeah, but just trying to create more of a gentle lagoon effect on the tank. So hopefully if I get things more stable, I'm going to do a 10 litre water change on this tank today with fresh water. I've tested the KH yesterday, was 8.4, so the KH on this tank seems fairly stable. And the KH on the Juwel tank was 7, so that's dropping again. So I don't know whether to keep doing regular water changes or to buffer, but I spoke to a few and people said don't bother buffering, it's not worth it, not for the amount, mine's not changing drastically. So yeah, so I'm not quite sure about that. Yeah, so, and the only other thing I've bought, which I received today, I'm going to try something new. Oh, I just want to get down here, hang on. Got to receive this a minute ago, and it's a feeding clip. I've never tried one before. And I ordered it. It's good for, because I saw an advert, I think it's Cracking Coals on Facebook, and they do it's called Reef Feast and Veggie Feast, and you just it comes in, it's frozen in a big slab, and you break a bit off, and then you just put it in here behind this, and it slowly breaks off. I've asked them about the fish I've got, because obviously I haven't got any tangs or anything like that, so I've gone for the Reef Feast rather than the Veggie Feast. So I'm hoping that'll keep them happy. So, but I've just received this today, and the slab was completely defrosted, and it was a big slab of food. So I've just bunged it straight in the freezer. And this is the feeding clip I've got today, so I'm going to give this a try later once it's frozen, and put a little bit in, see how it goes. And hoping this will be better for feeding seaweed and that. Yeah, so I've ordered that as well. Yeah, so that's a little update on the tanks. So just going to get ready now for a water change. This has been mixing for about an hour, give it another hour or so, and then go from there. So that's the update. Anyway, see you on the next one. Bye.